Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Well, it's a very cool morning this morning. I have woken up late because, once again, I'm just reminding you that I am honouring my body, and when I wake up is when I wake up. I'm not setting any alarms, I'm not setting any internal alarm bells or anything like that. I that was the echo as I'm watching. I've got my Instagram in the background doing its feed. Um, anyway, look after yourselves. Be aware of what your body is letting you know, showing you in, well, symptoms, how you feel. Feel that internal conversation that is happening because it does. Okay. So that's what I'm doing more and more and more because we do need to be more aware of what's happening. Start within and then reach out. We can see what's happening in the world today, even though that's not what I'm here for as such. I'm here for the daily cards to help you with clarity and show you ways that can be used just as a guiding light, I suppose. Anyway, did I mention I'm Boundy Psychic Medium? Welcome. We'll go across to the cards now. Bring in your guiding spirits, the angels, whoever it is that you converse with at that spiritual level. And here we go. Right, what we've got, because it is a Saturday and technically weekend, I do use the other cards that I have, not just the Gilded Reverie Lenormand that I have by Ciro Marchetti. This set is the Rana George deck by, this is the Lenormand deck by Rana George. So it's called the Rana George Lenormand. Beautiful cover on the box that is these cards are housed in. They are a smaller deck, so they hold easily in the hand, like I can hold them very easily in my hand and shuffle really easily. I like the artwork on this one, and the artwork is by Callie L. French. You can see that right down the bottom, a little bit smaller print there. There it is, you can see it on that too. This is the guidebook that comes with it in this particular box. I don't know if she's got more recent versions. I've had this deck for a little while, and I lay them in a spread that I enjoy using. I have done it a little differently today, but it's still the same spread. So effectively what we have is the central card at the top is the main theme for the day. I placed it further up in alignment because I'm feeling that it does need that prominence as being the theme for the day. It is the main theme. All right, so, and this is the child card. Here we have in the home space on the left is the ship. Oh, just got a weird. I have an image of the heart in my head that is pumping. Interesting that the ship card number 3 in the home space, the left side of your heart is the side of the heart that pumps out to the body. And from the home space, this is where I'm getting the message. From the home space, we do start our day from the home, wherever that is and where it is. And that is what is energizing and giving us the inspiration, the intention of our day from the home space. And that is to get our, in the heart, blood throughout the full body and pumping, to return back through the veins into the heart again, which the right hand side is the vein system more so. It doesn't cut in half, but that is how the heart's structured. It's the arteries on the left that pump out to the body, and the return is the veins that bring it back to the heart. And that's the business of going through that conversion of the carbon dioxide and toxins that are picked up to be filtered through the organs and back into the heart for the next round. And that's the workstation, the work aspect of bringing that blood back in the cycle. And what we have here is the man in that realm of the business, the workspace, because this is the work energy here. So it's our main theme is the child, the home space is ship, and the workspace is the man. Okay, so I shall zoom into this and see if I can get all three cards in as the picture. I zoomed in a wee bit far. I'm going to have them shrunk down a little bit more this morning so we can see them all. I am going to use the guidebook because this is a different deck that I don't use as often as usual. As often as, to be able to know the card meanings that Rana George intends. It takes a little bit to really become familiar with a deck, and I don't use this one every day, so it's not as familiar. That's a summary of what I meant. Good morning, Shaz. It is Easter Saturday, exactly. And I have put that on one of the posts that I send out every morning. Can't remember which one. Could have been to TikTok. It could have been to... I just can't remember. I've done all of those this morning. So, of course, you can look for me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Google Maps even. There's photos of them there. The cards, photos of the cards. Just trying to think the Facebook pages that I'm on, which is rosboundy, rosboundy profile, and mytimetv.live. It goes to all of those. Okie dokie. Now, let's get into the reading. So what we have with the child is a neatly dressed child tries to make the perfect shot with his colourful marbles, a game that has been around since ancient Egyptian times. This scene is set in a Beirut neighbourhood in the early 50s. Okay, excuse me, I seem to be getting itchy nose as soon as I start doing the readings, which I'm pretty sure indicates spirits around. Okay, your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. And that's a quote from Khalil Gibran. I have read one of his poetry books. It's beautiful. In a reading, which this is what we are doing, the daily reading is giving that guidance as if this is a reading for you. So if you have any questions in mind, some concerns, consider that this is for you as you are moving into your day today. And I'm imagining for many people there are many children involved because it is Easter Saturday. Tomorrow is probably the biggest day for the kiddies. Children, kids, whatever, because that's the Easter egg hunt day, traditionally in the Christian aspect. I'm not sure what other traditions do. And that probably is an indication to learn more of other cultures. So in a reading, the child card brings in the idea of having fun and joy, play, feel young and be spontaneous, which is definitely what I would have put it to without a guidebook as well. It also talks about beginnings and the start of something new. Depending on the context, it can convey an act of diminishing, curtailing, waning, minimising and shrinking. So it just depends, bringing it from, and that's relevant for size, I think. Depending on the cards around it, the child also describes being juvenile, immature, inexperienced, childish or innocent. So really, with this one, it is just being as a child. Bring out your childlikeness, not childishness, but just childlikeness. Remember your childhood. Bring back those feelings and experiences. I remember playing marbles myself when I was a kid, a schoolyard and all the rest. It certainly was one of those phases like yo-yos and skip rope and all the rest of it as far as the games go. It's a lovely way to spend some time as playing marbles. And very interestingly, as we were cleaning up part of the shed yesterday, that I've got a shed that we're clearing out. Not clearing out, we're reorganising so we can store a little bit more in there for a certain time. Well, mainly because a daughter needs some space in there as well while she's got renos happening at her property. And we found the tin of marbles. I don't know which child of mine had them, but there's definitely a very big tin of marbles. It could even have been my mum collecting them from when our kid ones that we had as a child and played with, that she kept for grandchildren to play with, and now great-grandchildren. So, yes, wonderful, wonderful game to play. It is fun. have some playfulness today. So that's the theme. It really is that is family and children and playing. Now, as we move to our ship card, card number 3, this is relevant for, excuse me, just hang on, I'm just going to take a drink of coffee. Wow. And I'll check if there's others in the chat. No. I wasn't expecting a great deal of interaction in the live stream today because it is an Easter weekend. And, you know, the surprise factor of when I actually go live is a little different to having it every morning at 8 o'clock, which is really good too. But I am, as I mentioned, honouring my body. And I slept in and I loved it. It was really nice experience. Again, I don't do that very often, or haven't done, but I think in the last couple of weeks it's just something that my body needs to be doing. And one of the things too with it is you can set your notifications wherever you are watching from in future. There is usually notification bell sitting somewhere. YouTube, it is a bell. Facebook, I'm not too sure. I think you've got to go to settings. Got no idea about Instagram. Do not know. Or TikTok or the rest. But you'll find it if you really want to be watching this as a live. And there is always the repeat live stream recording for 30 days on Facebook. YouTube is always there. So you can go at Psychic Ros is my YouTube channel to find it there. Subscribe and like and get the notifications. And they are always there. They've been. You can look back to playlists to 2020 maybe. I can't quite remember where they are. What level they go back to. Anyway, we're back to the reading. Card number 3 in the home space. This is the home space, remember, and where we're bringing our energy from first thing in the morning and resting last thing at night. It is the ship. The corresponding playing card is the 10 of spades. Okay, for those who like to read them from playing cards. And it is possible to do a Lenormand reading from playing cards. Right, ship. This strong, sturdy ship sails through rough water with boldness and determination. And it does look rough. Probably not as rough as Boomer Beach, but it does look rough. And the quote from Ursula K. Le Guin, I'm not sure if that's how to pronounce her name. Anyway, it is good to have an end to journey toward... Oh, goodness. It is good to have an end to journey toward, but it is the journey that matters in the end. Oh, a bit of a twist in how that is written. I love it. Nice little phrase. I like that. So, in a reading, the ship is one of my movement cards. It always talks about things moving, changing, a transition, journey, or vacation. It can also be about a long-distance relationship and longing. When the ship falls at the last position of the reading, it can be about separation or departure. Well, we don't have that type of reading. It is, well, it's the beginning. It's the start of our day and the end of the day. So what way? No. If it's about relationships, your main question is, I'd say it's just a continuity that's continuing with strength. Okay, so in the home space, being aware that there is going to always be change and things are moving all the time. Even when you drop your anchor, there is the possibility of drifting a little. Not so much off course because you're still holding a similar ground to where you started with it, but it can still move just those nth degrees as the wind and the waves shift it as far as the boat goes. If you've been on a boat or you're a boater, you'd understand it completely. Just means lifting the anchor and sailing forward, or using your motor if it's a motorboat, but moving forward to where it is that you're needing to place it again to hold some time in that location. It is about being aware of what other aspects are happening around you, because with sailing, you're looking for the direction of the wind and the wind shifts all the time. So you're going to have to keep altering course. or keeping your eye on the horizon so that that is your focal point, your waypoint for the next goal that you're heading toward. It is, as far as today goes, is it something that you are on holiday and spending more than just a night away? Because that, with the holiday aspect of this one, it's what comes to my mind first in most instances when I see the ship. But it is, that changing courses. Be prepared to just pull your anchor up and shift to something else. And with kids involved, you could be doing multiple things through the day if you're keeping them entertained and you're sharing and creating new experiences with them on a holiday. Being Easter, it can be a little bit more special because there is the high likelihood you've got other family around. So bring it all together in having some wonderful experiences today with that shifting tides, shifting waters, shifting winds, all of those things that are going to bring you some lovely fun and excitement, because it is about fun today, remember? Now, as we're looking at our work card, and shifting through to that is more business-like or work focus. Lynette, oh gosh, I remember marbles was fun to play. Yes, absolutely, weren't they? I enjoyed them too. So lovely to have you here on Easter Saturday. So thank you for popping your comment in. I'm just finding card 28. See, the man one is usually it is usually a very obvious, it's the masculine energy, and we have that in our home space. I'll read what Rana George has to say in her guidebook, though, still continue in the same vein as I have. So our man is comfortably reclining on a plethora of gem-coloured pillows with an extravagant looking I don't know how to pronounce that one. Argale, I suppose, is an Arabic word of some sort, but it is the hookah. Now, the hookah is this device here. It's a smoking instrument. And what it does is have the smoke from whatever tobacco is being burnt move through water that helps purify it a bit and just brings through the flavours as you suck on this end little tube there. You can just see the tip of it. Not that I have smoked through a hookah, no, but I have seen it done and know that that's the process behind it. Anyway, I digress. So he is dressed lavishly in a gold embroidered royal blue robe. So behind him is a heavy silk drape framed by elaborately stitched damask curtains. Okay, now there's a couple of quotes in this section. So there are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honour, and lovers of gain. And that is a Plato quote. And the second one comes from Johann Caspar Lavater. There are three types of men: the retrograde, the stationary, and the progressive. So it seems to be that there's some action in this. One is more, Plato's is more on the philosophical, and Johann's seems to be more on the physical aspect, or action type, what does a man do? Retrograde, stationary, or progressive. Right, now in a reading, most of the time this card talks about a man, the actual person getting the reading, or a certain man in the life of the person getting the reading. Okay, so think of the masculine, the men who are in your life at the moment. Or if you are a man, of course, you. So he can be a brother, husband, a partner, lover, boss, or neighbour. Sometimes this card can be talking about a strong masculine energy. So that's exactly what it is. So there's not much more that's being expanded on in Rana's guidebook there. But it certainly is. I'm just going to put that there so you can see it a little. It certainly is bringing into that workspace something that is more of the masculine action, doing, and getting into what is the luxury. It feels like there is luxury here because of the royal colours, the bold colours, that a rich man would be able to afford, and being able to spend the time, have that relaxing smoke of the hookah, and really in the luxurious aspect. Now, the possibility may have been in a nomadic tent, all of this luxury, a very rich man. It could be that it was in one of his, a mansion or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's that feeling of being able to um, do whatever you want because there is the time, there is the resources, that everything else goes on as per usual and you can spend time as you want. So, in that masculine energy, it is work, rest. I think it's resting today. It is an Easter weekend in most Western countries. I think we do celebrate public holidays as part of that. And, that aspect of being able to spend extended periods of time in rest. So I'm feeling that give the work a miss for a little bit, for a lot, and really get into being playful and having that connection with your children. And even if it is that you are going to go out on a boat and sail, or you are on holiday, all of that is indicating a wonderful Easter. Have fun. It's not about the journey, it's not about getting somewhere, it's about the journey in life. Express it as you need to and be who you are as you're moving through life. And Tiffany, hi. I'm not sure when you popped in that comment, but it's only recently. Thank you. I'm just on the end of the reading for today. So thank you for popping in. You might want to go back and watch from the start. It's a lovely reading here. I'm thoroughly enjoying sharing it with you. So thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day today with all that playfulness and getting out with the kids and just being in that space of fun. And we'll see you tomorrow, not sure what time, hopefully around closer to the 8 o'clock than, it could be 9 o'clock again. I don't know. Trust what you have within you as far as how spirit guides you, as far as your own body is telling you. We are a body, physical. We are body, mind. We think, we analyze, we really have that is our cognitive and subliminal. Tap into both. And then we have our spiritual. It is body, mind, and soul for me. So connect to all three. Don't leave one of them out. Thank you for being here. Keep being the best you that you can be, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.